yes,
Oh,
I
you're
love
very
that.
welcome back. That sets the scene. Who's up for a risotto for lunch?
Yes, please. If only we knew
Come
someone
on,
who
then.
could rustle one up. Oh, Simon, there you are.
Well, we're going to try.
Chef among us.
Do you know what? A lot of people, I think, are afraid of cooking a risotto because it's that
Yeah.
process of standing over a pot. And you have to mind it, you have to watch it, you have to add your stock and keep stirring it and then add stock. This is a little bit different. This is sticking to the same lines we've done over the last couple of weeks, bit of a one-pot wonder. This is a one-tray wonder. So we'll go straight into it. This is chicken, prawn and chorizo, but you can leave out the prawn and you can leave out the risotto, or leave out the chorizo. We're going to start, like any good risotto, with some onions. And I've got 3 large red onions that I've just roughly chopped. OK, now I wanted to show you this part of the process because every good risotto has to start like this, OK? So you start with your red onions. And I've got 2 cloves of garlic and I've crushed them. Now, I wanted to show you this because I'm putting the garlic on second. So that goes on there. And then we've got a punnet, or 200 grams, of cherry tomatoes that I've chopped, roughly. So you notice that the garlic, I'm trying to hide it. I want to put that garlic in the middle because what we're going to do is we're going to roast that. And if you left the garlic on the top, it might burn, OK? So you want to just try and protect it a little bit. So a drizzle of olive oil. No seasoning at this point.
OK.
We've preheated our oven to 200 degrees and we're going to pop this in for 20 minutes, OK?
OK.
So that's the first stage. I just wanted to show you this because this is the next part. When these have had 20 minutes, this is what it comes out like. So what you do at this point then is just give it a little stir. You can see the oils have been released from the tomatoes, lovely flavour in there. Give it a stir around, and then we're going to add the main ingredients. And can I just say thank you, Anna, for the trays, by the way? Because I only had one.
You never know what requests you'll get the night before a show, do you?
I only had one roasting tray at home, and I texted Anna last night and said, "You haven't got no spare tray, have you? I need a couple for the demo." So, in return of the favour,
Lovely tray.
I'm taking the tray home with the dinner in it.
Oh, OK. Well, that's fair enough.
So I'm making Ben's dinner today. So we've stirred in all our bits and pieces. Now, in with the main ingredients: 200 grams of arborio rice, or risotto.
Only 200?
Sorry, 300, Laura, 300.
Because I always get the measurement wrong.
Yeah, it's 300 actually, now that you mentioned. Thank you for bringing that up. And it's arborio rice. So this is your traditional risotto rice. And the reason you use these for risotto, this rice is, the actual grain is bigger than standard rice. So this rice will take on all the liquid that we're going to add to this risotto, which is the key to a good risotto. Okay. Now, I'm stirring the rice in because I want to coat the rice in that oil, in the rapeseed oil and the flavour that's come from those red onions and that.
Now, you haven't done anything with that rice before now?
Done nothing. It's uncooked, ready to go. So in we go. Just stir it through. And then we're going to add, as I said earlier on, in a normal risotto, you add your stock gradually. You add a ladle in, you stir it till it goes. To this, we're going to put all the stock in at one point, OK? And you might think this is a lot. Excuse me, this is a litre of chicken stock. Now, you can use vegetable stock, you can use fish stock, whatever you like. I like using the chicken stock in terms of flavour. So get all of your stock in there. And again, take your time. Just
now, you see, I would be worried that that's too much liquid, would you?
You'd be amazed.
I've made it before and it's quite watery when I don't have the right amount of
I'm going to show you the little trick. So our stock has gone in and then we're going to add our chicken. So I've got 3 large chicken fillets and I've just cut them down to kind of bite-sized pieces. OK? So our chicken goes in there and then our chorizo. And we've got 200 grams of chorizo, again, chopped down to bite-sized pieces.
And use the mild one, Simon, yeah?
I do. Yeah, but again, if you like it spicy, go for it, by all means, go
But I suppose if it's for the whole family, it makes sense to use the mild one.
If you want to try and get the kids to eat it, start off with the mild one. And I always do the mild one because I'm a wuss. So that's our main ingredients. Now,
so you're not putting any wine in or anything, just the stock?
No wine. So we're going to add a little pinch of saffron. Because again, we're going to try and get some flavour and some colour into our rice.
Lovely. And
the tiniest pinch of rosemary, like I'm talking about a quarter of a teaspoon of rosemary. Now, rosemary would normally be a good bedfellow for lamb, but it does work really, really well with chicken. And this is the tiniest little speck that I'm putting in there. So you've got saffron, you've got rosemary. Still no seasoning gone in there. We're not going to add any salt to this at all because the chorizo will provide us with all the seasoning that we need. So again, that's done, and that goes back in the oven for another 20 minutes.
OK.
Now, the last thing you do then is you can add your prawns. So we're at 200 degrees.
And you don't need to stir that, Simon, while it's in the oven?
No, you don't. You can keep an eye on it, you know. And if it does need a bit more stock, fine. So we've now had 40 minutes cooking. The last process then is you take it back out and you add your prawns. Now you can use frozen prawns, just a little punnet of frozen prawns. You can absolutely use fresh ones.
Okay.
Just make sure you devein them properly. And that'll take 10 minutes then to cook. So if you're using the frozen ones like I am...
But they're cooked already?
Yeah,
so you're just heating
cooked.
them through?
You're basically just steaming them through, heating them through. So after... So we have 20 minutes, 20 minutes and 10 minutes.
Okay.
We end up with the finished dish. Now, deveining is basically removing the parts of the prawn you don't want to have in your risotto.
No.
So that's...
You don't necessarily have to remove it, do you?
We've had discussions
I know
about
you're
this.
very particular about removing it.
I like doing that.
I tend not to remove it.
Yeah.
Now, Laura, you were saying you thought there might be too much liquid.
Yeah,
And that doesn't
And you can see,
look like there's
no,
too much. It looks
it's
delicious.
absolutely gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, to finish it, like you would with any risotto, you can add a little knob of butter in there just to give your risotto a lovely shine. And who doesn't like a nice shine in the risotto? But I like to finish it with...
I've never had a shine in my risotto.
well, you see, that's what you're missing
You
out on
haven't
there,
lived, Laura. You haven't lived.
So I'm going to finish it with some Parmesan.
Okay, this
And
I like.
And we're just
Lovely.
going to stir that through. And this, the quantities in the recipe that I've made, this will happily feed 4 to 6 people. So just stir the Parmesan through. And that's it, simple as.
And you have all your carbs there, so if you're going to go for an accompaniment, would it maybe a rocket salad or something be
Exactly, nice little light
Something
salad.
light.
Just a very basic Italian salad would be lovely with a simple little vinaigrette dressing.
Give us a reminder of the timings now, Simon. For
So
the
we
three
had 20
different-
minutes to start off with for the tomatoes, the onions and the garlic.
Yeah.
And then we added in our rice, our chicken, our chorizo, and we had another 20 minutes. We put our herbs in there, we put our rosemary and saffron in there.
Yeah.
And then we took it out, and with 10 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go, just throw in your prawns, depending on whether you're using fresh or frozen. And that's it. So all in all, 20, 20 and 10. And that is our chicken.
You've made it look so
prawn.
simple.
I know, and I love that you can see the veg as well. And
Yeah.
yet, children wouldn't be put off by it.
And you know what? It's that thing as well that we talked about last week with textures. Because the chorizo will have a little bit of bite in it.
Yeah.
The onions have softened down. And just test your rice. If you think it's a little bit too starchy, throw a little drop of
We'll be
chicken
testing it
stock
now.
in. Yeah.
We certainly will.
And
Well
that's
done,
it.
Delaney.
Thanks, Simon.
Nice work.
Mon plaisir.
Nice work, Chef.
I hope Ben
Jealous of
enjoys
your
the dinner.
later. Full recipe details are up on our website. That's virginmediatelevision.ie/Ireland AM.
Now stay with us. We're talking to superstar magician Dynamo after the break.